Good morning, friends. Hi, it's me, Tina, the girl in the garden. And today, again, I'm in the kitchen. And I decided I'm going to try to make my own TV dinners. I guess nowadays it's called meal prep. But growing up as a kid, I think every Friday we had a TV dinner, like the Swansons. I forget what banquet. And although I do not buy a lot of them, we do every once in a while get something we could stick in the freezer and take out and stick in the microwave and heat it up really quick just for a quick meal. And so I thought, those have so much sodium in them. Can I do that and put it in the food I want with the seasonings I want without all the salt? So basically that's what I'm going to do. We're going to have it for dinner too, but then I'm going to stick some in the freezer. We're going to let them get nice and frozen at least overnight. Then we're going to take them out and heat them up and see how all the different dishes stood up to being frozen. So I'm going to do crock pot ribs. I've got to get that out of the package and cut it up. We got this little Mexican street corn on sale. I've got a lot of mashed potatoes. My mom has boxes of them. I'm not sure why. I usually make them from real potatoes. And the barbecue sauce that we need to get used up, that's also from my mom's house. So let me get busy and get this rib cut up, throw some barbecue sauce on it, and we'll start getting it all together. Season up your ribs any way you want. I did pepper, salt, smoked paprika, and onion powder because I am out of garlic powder. And now I'm just going to top it with some Kinder's barbecue sauce. All right, I just dumped it right out of the bottle and I kind of drizzle it, up and down. And then I took the back of a spoon, and kind of brushed it to the areas that needed some more. My slow cooker is on for 6 hours. Let's let this do its thing. All right, the ribs are done. They smell delicious. They're tender. They have to cool completely. And I've already got the mashed potatoes and the corn done. So everything's cooling. Once it's cooled, then we'll start plating this up. Or I should say, putting it in our little TV tray things. All right, here's our trays. I got 4 compartments. I thought I got 3. I know that looks like a big space for the ribs, but it's not. And I think the ribs are actually too long. But I put in my potatoes with a pat of butter and my corn, my elote corn. Is that how it's pronounced? So that when we put this in the microwave, the butter can just melt on them because we're going to add butter anyway. So let me see if I can get ribs cut and fit them in here. All right, and this is what the completed plate looks like. So some of the meat did fall off the bones. Who needs a bone in there really anyway? It just takes up room. And actually, the meat of 3 ribs, or there are a couple that have bones in there. So I'd probably equate it to 3 to 4 ribs. I did start with a smaller size because the bigger ones aren't going to fit unless I take the meat off. That is just extra barbecue sauce. So when we go to eat our ribs, we got some barbecue sauce to put on it. It'll be nice and warm. Our corn and our potatoes. And this is a pretty heavy meal. I mean, this is like the hungry man. All right, so I'm going to put these in the freezer. We're going to let them freeze for a day or two, and then we're going to take them out and see if everything, well, first of all, figure out how to cook it in the microwave so it's edible. And is it edible like at a good taste and flavor? Or maybe we shouldn't do this. We will see. We'll be back in a couple of days. And we're back with our frozen dinner. I'm going to pop in the microwave and I don't know. I'm not going to put the lid on it. I do have a microwave cover I'll put on it, I guess. And I'm going to start with 3 minutes and then see where the potatoes and the corn are to see if I need to mix them up a little bit. Let's start there. Okay, here it is after 4 minutes. I didn't have a fork. Oh, yeah, that's still pretty frozen, and that's 4 minutes. Let's keep going. Okay, sorry. It was 3 minutes, not 4. Oh, okay. Probably needs a little bit more time. That butter's melted in just like what I wanted. We've got our meat. We've got our barbecue sauce we can put over here. I'll get a spoon and do it correctly. Now, after I said I wasn't going to leave the lid on, I remembered that I actually got microwave, dishwasher, and freezer safe containers, so I can cover it with that, which helped a whole lot, because this time I did 3 minutes, and you can see, granted I had the 3 minutes before, but I'm going to put it back in there for about 1 to 2 more minutes and see where we're at. So I'm going to say probably if I would have correctly covered it the first time, we'd probably do 3 minutes and then a couple more. I think it would have worked better, but let me put this back in there for just a little bit longer. All right, my butter is actually bubbling in there, and I'm going to say probably 4 minutes covered, stirred up a little bit, and then 4 minutes again would do just about right. Let me taste test. Although it looks very hot, it's warm. Warm enough to eat. It's not cold. I'm glad I put the butter in there because it really makes it good. Same with the corn. I'll probably add a little bit of pepper to them. It doesn't need any salt. I'm going to dip this. I don't know how hot this is going to be, but I'm going to find out, I guess, huh? The meat is pretty hot, but I dunked it in the barbecue sauce, which is obviously a lot less than the other food. This is still really tasty. Totally enjoying it. And I'm glad I tried this. So I'm going to move on and kind of come up with another one that we can do. Now, the nice thing about this is obviously you can flavor your ribs any way you want them. I did straight barbecue sauce. You could do your own barbecue sauce. You could do a spicy barbecue sauce. You could do a rub. You could grill them and not put them in the crock pot. But there's all kinds of different flavors, you know, Asian style. You can do lots of different vegetables. And I'm going to play with that because I want to make sure that when I freeze them, that they're not going to come back out and be gritty and yucky. And different types of potatoes, again, I've always had good luck with mashed. I'll have to try the others. Maybe rice. Let's see how rice does. Or pasta. So I think there's lots of things that I can do. I'm kind of excited. And I'm going to go eat lunch now. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is Tina, the girl in the garden. Sometimes the kitchen. If you like this video and learned something, could you give me a thumbs up to help my channel out? Subscribe so you can see the next video I put out. Comment below and tell me what you would like to see in your different compartments for your TV dinner. Share with family and friends that you think might enjoy this video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!